This is the house that Kamurai built. Time to get started.
Alright, this is day 3 of Vidcon. I've got a new hat on, and because people are insane, they were waiting like from 6 a.m. to get in at 9 a.m. Go wait in line for signings at like 10 a.m. And this is what crazy, stupid people look like. It goes all the way back around the corner of the arena, and I'm not having it. I'm gonna go back to the front and sit down until bullshit's over with, because fuck these people. Fuck these people. Not having it at all. Not having it at all. My feet are killing me, and I want to get into a 9:30 panel. I don't want to go to the fucking signings or whatever. This was horribly mismanaged. They should have had a line of people just for that, and then everyone else wants to get in. Let the people who want to get in, when they want to get in, to help manage it, and let everybody else in at like 9. Because it's just stupid. This is totally mismanaged. It's not an easy task. I'm not pretending it is, but no. Here's another site of craziness, which is VidCon. Woo! Stand in the line day! For posterity's sake, what I wanted to get into was the Lizzie Bennet Diaries Q&A, and I can only hope that by the time I actually get in there, there's any room left at all. And it's Emma approved Q&A as well. It's the whole Pemberley Digital company production stuff. Okay, so I finally got into the Pemberley Digital Q&A, which did Lizzie Bennet Diaries, Lydia Bennet Diaries, the Pemberley Digital mainstream stuff, and Sandleton, and Emma approved, and I just got to kind of meet and greet with everyone. Not only was that, but there were Geek and Sundry vloggers in the crowd. Like, I followed Kerry Callaghan and Dale Kingsmill. Just as excited to see them, and then for whatever reason they were doing this little raffle giveaway, and I won this, which not that matters, is like a $60 value. The point is that it is a wonderful little gift, a DVD set of the Lizzie Bennet Diaries, which I really can't wait to rewatch. Honestly, it's overdue, and wow, I'm just blown away. I'm gonna have to do a official review on these. Still processing everything, because that was a lot, because I'm not used to winning. Or like, at least, especially not like lotteries and raffles and nonsense. That's amazing. And out of all the kids, this is definitely the one I would have wanted, so that's a cherry on the sundae there. And then they just kept dumping ice cream because I had to meet Kerry Callaghan, Dale Kingsmill, and all the cast members, or not all the cast members, but I got like a selfie with, or a picture with, selfie's a dumb word, picture with Mary Kate Wild's Lydia Bennet with the thing, because it was her giveaway, and she was just so sweet, because I said, like, I was trying not to bother anybody, and I just bothered the nonsense out of her, because I was asking her about maybe continuing the Lydia Bennet Diaries. The guy Bernie, so let's even bring in like Rihanna if that's an option. She was totally excited about the idea, but maybe there's something that's saying like, yeah, it's probably gonna happen. So, man, but I gotta meet Knightley and Emma and Harriet. I know it's not their real names, but I'm flustered and I can't remember what their real names are at the moment. And B-Mart, and of course Lydia, and all amazing, wonderfully nice people. They sit there and try to have a conversation much longer than seems reasonable, because there's so many other people for them to get to, and I just felt bad taking up their time as much as I did, but I'm so happy I got to shake their hand and say thank you. I'm not a big signature picture person, but I'm not afraid of it, and I'd much rather just let them know that they're appreciated in their corner, along with all these other cool people in the community, we can hope. But here's a view of the signing thing as it's dwindling down. There's Mary Kate back there. Wonderful little ginger person. Okay, so I just turned the camera on to film, to talk about some stuff, and again, the Pemberley Digital people came by. I guess I just filmed Joanna's butt for you, but Mary Kate Wiles and B. Martyr down there. Harriet just walked by. It's just super funny timing. That's what happened. There's Emma and Knightley from behind. Just because that's funny. So I just sat down. I went to go wait on Job Hunters because there's no way I'm missing this. I've got some dead time, but I'm not going to risk not missing this one, so I'm just going to hang out until it's ready. So I've got about a half hour before it's 40 minutes till, so I'm just going to sit here for like an hour and a half. Maybe I'll even lay down and take a nap, I don't know. Hopefully I'll at least be comfortable. I just need to be off my feet as much as possible today. There's some damage, so hopefully I'll heal up by next week and I won't be crying RTX.
So I know what you're thinking. This new hat is just not working out.
Oh, we are here at the main stage. Just gone through a couple of different things. Let me try to update you on what hat down. Okay, so then eventful morning, eventually got into the Pemberley Digital thing, if I didn't talk about that already. Got to meet with the cast crew, Geek and Sundry. Yeah, one of the thing I did talk about that because I was so kind of overwhelmed. Just all the different things happening that I didn't expect. Like I was okay meeting the people, but I didn't expect like Mary Kate Wiles was gonna like come up and hug me because I wanted DVD set or anything. Hey, these are VidCon people. How's VidCon been?
Good.
Well, who's your favorite part?
Jackson and Finn. Meeting Jack and Finn.
Jack and Finn. Okay.
Yeah. And John Green. And Hank.
Sean Green and Hank, of course.
Right.
Did you actually get to ask him anything or talk to him?
Well, yeah, we got to talk to them, kind of. It was like 30 seconds, but.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be. You see what's going on here. You guys have a wonderful day. So I went and camped out in front of Job Hunters, and like unusual to security, they were like, "Go on in the room, just wait for the next panel during this panel," which felt really awkward because I didn't know who the guys were, and then I realized they were barely political, who I actually knew, but like I don't really pay attention to them. But they're funny guys. Definitely check them out if you get to see if they're your thing. The big thing there was like I ended up going in there with a couple other ladies that were big fans. Apparently, at least one was an extra on season 2. We actually saw 3 episodes of Job Hunter season 2 when only one's been released so far, and got to talk to them about what's going on with it and like what the concepts are. It's a really good show. And then afterwards, I got to shake Joe Holmes' hand and Forrest Green. And I got to meet Megan and Tara and Christina again. I did wear my Unicorn Warriors shirt, because I wanted to make sure that Christina knew people were still buying her merch, and there was one other person who was way cuter than me who actually wore one, so we got a picture of the 3 of us on Christina's phone, so that'll come out eventually. And then I decided to throw this Kigurumi on, because I'm not used to doing selfies or photos in general. I like to experience the things, but this was the second time meeting probably the two people I was most excited about seeing. I think the order would honestly go Christina Horner, Tara, and then Bernie Burns, who I told him like is kind of like a role model type guy. I can't imagine. I could only hope to follow his footsteps in starting a business like that, and doing so in the realm of entertainment. So I actually threw this on. I got a picture with the entire cast, and then because I think I'm such a gushy idiot, Tara grabbed Christina, and we did one where it was just the 3 of us, and like that's my winning VidCon photo right there. The downside of doing this, even though like these are all YouTubers, they can't tell which way the camera's facing, and apparently it's still kind of weird to see someone talking to a camera in the middle of a public area. But we went through that, and then I went to the workshop for how to mobile video because I wanted to learn something new, and it was more of a not product placement, but product demonstration of like what there is out there and not necessarily how to use it, because it was real quick paced in that regard. But I think the editing side at the very end was probably the best thing about that. I've got time for one more panel, really, for the day, and that's going to be the Kia main stage Hank Green thing, because there's almost as many people trying to go to something inside, which it's not going to hold that many people, and this main stage is going to have enough room. The other thing I was going to go to is like how to talk about sex, which I was at, and then I realized that the other thing was the main stage, because I want to see more of Hank and John Green, especially because this feels like the closing ceremonies. But we're back out here in the arena, and we already have another line thing forming. We're gonna go see how far that goes. Real quick, I want to stop and say this grassy knoll thing is probably my favorite spot here at VidCon. It's like the designated quiet place, and I'm not sure why, or if it's just the silent agreement, because it's kind of isolated. There's nothing else. Alright, we did a little closing ceremony thing in the main stage, and we're back, and I got food. Yay, food. But I'm at the Job Hunters laser tag game thing. I'm going to try to record the whole thing and get it on. And here are our lovely contestants getting all done up in their nice May Win jumpsuits, just like in the show. You may notice some of the fine folks behind me here as the Job Hunters. They just let me play laser tag with them. So click where I put the thing to go to the thing and watch the thing, because the thing was awesome. One of the crazy things you'll see at VidCon, a robot dancing guy. Unfortunately, now he's not doing anything because I guess that's not my shot. There we go. A hug. We finished the laser tag. We saw the robot man giving little girls high fives and hugs and stuff. And I've been walking around getting high fives and hugs and selfies with people because I'm wearing this Kamurai, which is fun. I met this guy Rodriguez Vlogs. He doesn't speak much English, but we managed to get enough to get together. He put on his horse mask, and I did this. He took a picture of my channel, so he's going to check me out. I'm going to check him out, and we'll probably swap subs, as you do. I realize that I'm tired, probably because I'm old and my feet were damaged shit yesterday, so they're probably not doing much better right now. So I wandered back over to the main stage, and I'm going to wait on VidCon Prom because they closed down Fault in Their Stars, or entry anyways. So I couldn't get in there to see it even if I really wanted to. I was kind of, I don't know, I wasn't feeling a movie right then. It just, you hit that mood, and I will see the Fault in Their Stars very soon, I'm sure. So I'm going to lay here for a while until this line picks up. I'm going to break out my bow tie and go have some fun until I pass out. So we're at the end of VidCon Prom, and all these fine folks are walking out because all good time was had. They had 3 hours in the suit. May just kill you, so I'm gonna go get some food and water. Water is your friend. Make friends more. So VidCon is over. Wow. That last day kind of really blew me away, and I don't know if anyone else would have had the same experience, having the same experience as I did. Just it was that nightmare that at the very beginning. The Pemberley Digital Lizzie Bennett Diaries unapproved Q&A. Fantastic. Got to meet some Geek and Sundry vloggers too. And then I won the friggin' box set. Aww. So like after I decompressed that and went through, I'm still, the reason I'm recapping it now is because even in the next morning, I can't process that it really happened. It's all like, kind of like weird dream fantasy thing, that I would get, that like you get to meet these people that have entertained you for so long and are really at least seemingly, because I don't go home with them, wonderful people, and they're sweet enough to do what they're doing at the convention and take a minute and actually talk to you. They're not rushing you at the door. There were several times where people that like I had to be like, look, someone else is waiting, and I just feel bad. It is so great to have done that. Then past all that, the the job hunters thing, just getting to meet them and shake their hands again was fun. I got being a selfie with Christina because it was me and this cute little girl that was wearing Unicorn Warrior shirts. And then I busted out the Kigurumi because one, it was freezing inside Job Hunters, and I didn't do it in there because I don't know why. It didn't feel right. But like I've never really been one to do pictures, and I mean I made an Instagram because I threw on the Kigurumi and took a picture with the cast and stuff. It's I think if I have a shtick, I'm okay with it, but just this is a picture of me, it doesn't flow well. It's just not part of my personality that I would do that. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. I'm saying I don't have an interest in having a picture of me normally, so I don't do it a lot. But now that I got an Instagram, we'll see what happens. Just because it posts out to Tumblr and Twitter and Facebook, that may be what sells me on it, because Twitter just goes to Facebook. But not only did we do that, but after a couple so hours, I got to go back and film them doing their laser tag game, which is really nice of them to even let me do that. I don't know if they could exactly have said no, because they're in a public space, but I asked specifically, and they could have been like, no, we'd really rather you just stay out of it. I totally would, I just would have watched from the side. But they let me actually like stand in the thing and film them running around crazy. And then they actually let me in. I got to play laser tag with Megan, Forrest, and Joe. Christina and Tara were kind of pooped, it looked like. But Megan killed me a significant amount of times, and bullets of love, baby. She's so cool about everything. She was really delight, and Forrest was really cool too. Those are the two I'm most unfamiliar with. I've watched Joe a little bit with Team Hypercube, and I really enjoy his personality. He's a nice guy to have in the mix of things, especially like when they're playing board games, which I expressed to both Joe and Christina to do more of. But Justin and Christina are typically nicer players, typically. So it's nice when someone's unashamed to have a dick strategy in gaming. And as a games guy, I can tell you it is a valid and legitimate theory. And if you really don't like the person after the game, you should rethink playing games, because in the end it was a game. As long as we're playing by the rules, I'm happy. Uh, Most of the time, I'm just happy to get a game in. Uh, let's see. Oh yeah, and then dancing at the prom. That's probably what I should have been talking about this whole time. I still have the kigurumi on for the rest of the day. Let me tell you, that thing got hot at times. But for the prom, I threw on my bow tie, and I had my hat on, which you can't feel when you have the kigurumi hood on. So, like, I was out there dancing for on and off for 3 hours. I took a couple breaks, especially to hydrate, because, man. But at one point, I did lose my hat, and I didn't even know that my hat was gone. I looked over. I'm like, oh, somebody has a ring on their hat. That hat looks kind of like mine. Is that Fiona Gray? Wow, of all the people. Because I actually hadn't said hi to her. I was a little apprehensive because her dad wasn't around. Not that there's anything wrong with telling someone, hey, you got a good thing going on with YouTube. You got someone, your dad, that is gonna help you out with it if you actually want to do anything with it. Because like they do constructive craft stuff together, and that stuff's really good. She's really good on camera, especially like with Professor Puffet, because that's got to be such a ridiculous situation for her. But hopefully she sees the end result and sees that there's something there. I think Noah's probably going to be the more dedicated film guy, but he as far as I can tell, he likes to be behind the camera, and he's good with it. As far as I can tell, I think Mark's taught him a good thing or two. Yeah, I mean, I went around. I met the Panda Girl again. There's someone around a Panda Kigurumi. I met someone in a Tigger Kigurumi. Oh my gosh. There's people who actually brought like legitimate onesies, which I thought was fantastic. A couple girls in nice dresses. There weren't a lot, but there seemed to be more as the night went on. I don't know if people were just, they went home to change and then came back fashionably late. I don't know. And I even ran around the outsider dance around, whatever, and just gave high fives to all the people on the sidelines, because I'm like, oh, these people don't look like they're being involved. Let's see if I can get at least them to smile. Because here's a fun fact: if you have a shtick like a Charmander Kigurumi, and you just smile incessantly at somebody for a minute, they're probably gonna smile back, and you can probably get them to do something stupid like high five you, because that's what I did for a large majority of the night. And then people would run up to me and we dance together, high five or whatever. Oh, you onesie, like, yeah. It was a good time for a lot of it. I danced with a couple cute girls. I even asked one girl to see if she wanted to hang out at Disneyland the next day, and she wasn't doing it, but she's still a cool chick. She's actually ended up being an extra on a Job Hunters episode. I think it's episode 3 of season 2. So very cool chick, very smart chick. It seems like just would have been a good time to have someone like that around. I don't know. I think that I'm just surprised I survived it all and that it even all happened. My feet are still kind of roughed up, but I'm going to go to Disneyland for day +1 of VidCon maybe, or day 4. However you want to look at it, and you kind of scrunch those together, they look the same. But I think that's it for me. I'm Kamurai. If you don't like me, bite me.
If you want to see anything else we're up to, go ahead and click the annotations and they'll take you to our other channels.